The last few years have seen a lot of changes and challenges in the Arizona real estate market, especially for those who've been trying to purchase or buy a home. And not even just for those, but more specifically, first-time homebuyers have been getting eaten up and chewed up and spit out over the last couple of years. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing some ways that you can get ready to purchase your first home, your second home, whichever number home it is. We've got some great tips for you on how you can get financially in the best possible situation to purchase a home in these next couple of years. Hi, everyone. My name is Katie Evans. I'm owner and lead agent of the Living 48 real estate team, and I am super glad to have you back for another one of our quick little weekly video updates. So today we are talking specifically to our buyers, and even more specifically, we're kind of boiling it down to our first-time home buyers, but really this is applicable information for anyone who is getting ready or preparing to purchase a home in the next couple of years. So during the pandemic, of course, we saw our real estate market just go berserk. We had bidding wars. Everything became just so competitive. We saw people waiving their inspections. We saw them waiving their appraisals. We saw them overbidding. We saw them, like, it got crazy out of hand. And if you were a first-time home buyer, you just couldn't even compete. So if we flash forward to today, now we're dealing with things like inflation, higher mortgage rates. And so because of those things, some of the demand has eased, and that competition, that sort of overpaying, if you will, for homes has kind of gone away. So if you were once feeling like you were being priced out of the marketplace, now may be a really good time to come back, look at it again, rerun some of your financials, and see if you are ready to purchase, or what you need to do to get ready to purchase that next property or that first property. So I've got three really important tips, plus kind of a little bonus tip for you thrown in there as well. So let's talk about building your credit. So first of all, one of the biggest influences on whether or not you're going to actually qualify and be able to get lending on a property is going to be your credit score, your credit history, and your credit score. And not only is that going to determine whether or not you can actually qualify for a loan, it's also going to determine what kind of interest rates are offered to you. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is get that credit score fixed up, help you develop healthy credit habits, and just get all that credit stuff in order. Okay, so we found this really great article. It was done by NerdWallet, and here are some of the tips that they gave for developing healthy credit habits and getting that credit score where you need it to be in order to purchase a home. So the first one is that you want to make consistent payments. Okay, if nothing else, you make your minimum payment and you do it consistently on time. If you can pay a little bit extra, that's even going to boost your credit score more. So those are really important things. Number two is you need to keep your credit card utilization to a minimum, meaning don't carry a balance of more than 30% of what your credit limit is on each one of your cards. Okay, so again, don't get too big of a balance on any of those credit cards. We want to keep it below 30% of what your limit is. The lower the utilization, the higher the credit score. Okay. Number three, apply for one credit card account or one credit account at a time. Meaning, don't go buy a car, open a line of credit at a clothing store, get a Visa card. Like, don't do all of that at the same time. Basically, what you want to do, that's going to damage your credit. What you want to do is open one source of credit, wait 6 months before you open another one. All right. So don't go out there and just apply for 20 credit cards all at the same time. One, wait for 6 months, then apply for another. Okay. Then once you have got your credit cards, Don't go closing the credit cards. All right. So actually closing a credit card can damage your score. What it does is it decreases your debt to income, or actually closes out the amount of credit that you have available to you, which kind of makes you look like you're not as credit worthy. So closing credit cards accounts can actually damage your credit score and increase the ratio of credit line usage by removing unused credit cards. Okay. So if you have any questions about this, where I want you to go is actually to your favorite lender. And if you don't have a favorite lender, I do. I have several. And I would be happy to refer you over to them so that they can actually look at where you're at, tell you what we need to do, and help get you a plan for increasing that credit score. All right. So that really is one of the big basics for getting ready to purchase a home. The second thing is we need to talk about your down payment reserves as well as money saved up for your closing costs. So let's talk about consistent saving, okay? So another thing that you need to do is kind of calculate how much money you think you're going to need for purchasing a home. There are a lot of loan products out there. There is down payment assistance programs, which is 0% down, 3% down, 5% down, 10% down, 7% down, 15% down, 20% down. And heck, if you've got the money saved up, you can put more down than that if you want to. All right. So basically, we want to come up with some sort of a calculation about how much we're going to need. And what I want you to look at is I want you to look at your overall budget and determine how much can I afford to set aside and save every single month, okay? Then we want to look at what do we think our potential purchase price on a home, what's the range that we're kind of looking at? Because that is going to help us determine how much down payment we're going to need to have saved up. And then how much of a down payment are you planning on having? Do you want that full 20% so that you don't have to have PMI on your loan? Or are you comfortable just knowing that you're getting into a house and you need to have 3%, 5%, those kinds of things? Okay, so go ahead and kind of figure out what you think that is. Then you kind of have your timeline and how much money, and you're going to start saving that up and putting it away in a savings account. One of the biggest dangers to this is that you're going to be tempted, since you've got this little nest egg over here, to pick at it and pull things out of it, or to not even put the savings in there. So one of the best ways to save for anything is to just set it up as an automatic thing. So if you can get your employer to just take a portion of your paycheck and have them put it into a savings account for you, that is a great, great, great idea. Highly recommend that one. Either way, you're going to really, really want to be very, very dedicated and just really good about that savings account and knowing exactly what it's for. Be disciplined with yourself, okay? So here is my first bonus tip for you guys on this and saving, okay? So this is a really, really great bonus tip. What I want you to do is periodically, I want you to go back and I want you to look at what you've spent over the last week, over the last month, over the last pay period, however you want to do it. But I want you to look and really, really be hardline with yourself and look at those non-essential expenses. Do you have multiple streaming services? Do you like to eat out a lot when really it might be a little bit cheaper to cook and stay in? Can you cut back on alcohol and some of those other more expensive kind of grocery items? Are you a Starbucks person? Can you make your coffee at home? There's a lot of these non-essential expenses that really add up over time. And one of the best ways to increase your income, and not really, but it feels like give yourself a little raise, is to decrease those non-essential expenses. So I really want you to go through, be honest with yourself, see where you can cut back. This is maybe just a short-term thing that you're going to need to do, but to get that savings built up, this is a great exercise, okay? That's my bonus tip for you. All right, after we've got your credit where it needs to be and we've got the money saved up and we're now feeling pretty dadgum ready to purchase a home, the third thing that you want to do is you want to go out and start getting pre-approvals from a lender, all right? Now, here's another bonus. This is my second bonus for you. When you are applying for financing for a home, it is perfectly fine to shop it. And it is perfectly fine to have the lender, multiple lenders, pull your credit. They do a soft pull and to get pre-approvals from multiple lenders. As long, here's the tip, as all done within a 30-day period of time. If it is all done within one 30-day period of time, they count it as one click on your credit and not 10 or 5 or 3. Okay. So it is perfectly fine to apply for a few different pre-approvals to find the best options, the best lenders, the best programs for you, as long as it is done within a 30-day period of time. It shouldn't hurt your credit. Okay. So that's my bonus tip about pre-approval. Okay. The great reason that you want to get, I've got 3 reasons that you want to get pre-approved versus just a pre-qual. Okay. Pre-qualified. Pre-approval means they've taken you a step further. You've put in your documents, your pay stubs, all those kind of things. They've got you and they take you to underwriting and they really, really make sure that they feel solid about you purchasing a home. So number one, it makes you look much, much stronger to the seller, and it might get your offer accepted over another one that just has a pre-qualification. Okay. So pre-approval. The second thing is it makes you super secure in the fact that you've already been approved for the loan. You know you can qualify for it. You know you can get it. As long as you don't do anything stupid in the meantime, you are qualified and approved for a loan. The second or the third one is that now you can start to budget. You can start to budget what that house payment might be. You can budget for what that loan, all the terms of the loan are going to look like. So you can be confident in buying and the seller can be confident in selling to you. All right, so let's just wrap this up really, really quickly. If you've been waiting to purchase a home when the bidding wars went away, when the sellers got a little bit more reasonable, guess what? We are there. Now is the time to do it. Demand has eased. The inventory has increased slightly, so you have more options. And it looks like the mortgage rates have settled down a little bit, so it doesn't look like we're going to have a lot of those rate spikes. Now is a great time to do this. If you've got your credit in order, if you've got a good savings for your down payment and your closing costs, now is the time to go out, start getting those pre-approvals, and then we can start looking at houses. So give me a holler. Let me know what your time frame is, how I can best be of assistance to you, and if you need referrals to great lenders that can help get all of these things under control for you. Thanks for watching, you guys. Catch you on our next weekly video. Bye.